this next story here, dude, when I saw it this morning, I'm like, there's no way. But then it's 2023, and I hate to say it, but things like this happen. And do younger people just not realize, what they're doing? And I know younger people, they're growing up with more technology than we have. We just had Atari, maybe in television, Pong, VCRs, right? And the whole outside world. Here I am again showing my Gen X. But this one here is very disturbing. Two Florida women arrested after taunting and abusing an elderly woman on a live stream. Were called pieces of crap. I'm sure he wanted to say something else. After being charged and arrested, according to the Brevard County Sheriff Wayne Ivey. He says, the only good news in this case is that the victim is now safe and sound with true professional healthcare workers that are with her and her family taking care of her. This is what Sheriff Ivey said in a press conference. And this is a little bit of his press conference. Not going to play the whole 5 minutes, but this is what he says.
I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and I'm going to jump right into this. I'm going to try and use restraint as I tell you about this case. And I say I'm going to try and use restraint because I'm disgusted. The perpetrators in this case are not only disgusting, but they're vile individuals who live stream themselves abusing one of our elderly citizens who suffers from dementia. Even worse, there are two healthcare workers that were entrusted to take care of this lady at a local facility. And I want to go ahead and say the local facility had no idea this was taking place. The moment it was brought to their attention, they did everything right, contacted our agency, fired the two individuals, did everything right. But, abusing someone, an elderly person, or abusing anyone is disgusting enough. But to make matters even worse, they live streamed the abuse. They actually put it up on a live stream platform so that their friends could watch it, laugh about it as they mocked this elderly person in her condition. And not only did their friends laugh, they actually made comments back and forth about how she should be dealt with and be put in a closet. So it's just disgusting. This entire thing, as you're about to see, is hard to imagine that there are actually people in our world that would do this to somebody. As I said, I'm going to show you the video. It's very graphic, so I want to make sure that you know that. But please, as you watch
a little
this,
piece of the video,
think about the abuse that this poor lady went through at the hands of these two disgusting individuals. And my only hope is that these two live long enough in life. I doubt it. As stupid as they are, I don't know that they'll make it that far. But if they do, I hope someone pays it forward in response to their actions of how they treated this lady, because it's truly disgusting. So I'm gonna play the video for you at this point.
Let's go, for real. Stop playing. Let's go. No. You're peeing on yourself, Malik.
Just in her phone laughing.
Yo. No. Yes, you are. I feel your this. Come on, let's go. This is so embarrassing. I'm sorry, yeah,
you can kind of hear the lady in the background talking a little bit too.
In the closet.
It's the Jill.
I didn't even do nothing. Come on, let's go.
Here, you want
put your pants on. Yes.
Do you want me this?
Put your pants on. Put your pants on.
So then it goes censored to the part of the video here, but then they come back at the press conference, and then they show the two ladies being arrested and brought into the police cruiser. But the first suspect is 18-year-old Jada Harris, arrested and charged with video voyeurism, abuse, and neglect of an elderly or disabled adult, and interception or disclosure of wired communications. Her bond set at a measly $6,000. And the sheriff talked about that. Like I said, I wasn't going to play the whole piece of the press conference. It was like around 6 minutes. And he mentioned that. And he's like, the bond is low, but there's nothing that we can do about it. That's set at the state. And the other one was 20-year-old Shaitiona Bishop, also arrested and charged with video voyeurism and abuse and neglect of an elderly or disabled adult. Her bond set at a measly $4,000. And then went on a little bit. He says the bonds are too low, but he said the state sets the bond limits. And both Harris and Bishop were booked into the Brevard County Jail on Friday. Ivy met the team while they were walking the suspects to a squad SUV as they were being taken to the jail for processing. Well, I bet you it was hard, to not really tell them or do what they wanted. I mean, you gotta put yourself into, a personal situation like that. Imagine someone doing that to your parents, grandparents. And you trust. Look, and there's somebody. Look, and I'm not talking bad about any healthcare workers or anything like that, because there's some great ones that do what they do. But then you got some that do things like this. I mean, what goes through your mind to say, hey, Shaitisha, what's her name? Shaitiona, let's live stream this. What goes on up there in that head? Nothing? To think that was cool to do and then get comments about it? Then a $6,000 and a $4,000 bond.